This is Paul. Yeah. Um, this is the 10 original amendments of the Bill of Rights. They were enforced on December 15th, 1791. Yes. The Constitution was ratified in 1787. I guess it took them 4 years to write these. Yes. Now, Amendment 1, religious establishment prohibited freedom of speech, of press, and the right to petition. Did you know that every email that I sent is actually a petition of redress for those that are oaths of office? I never got a response, and as it says here, petition the government for redress of grievances. It's my grievance that the government has not enforced the Civil Rights or the Bill of Rights or the amendments in the Constitution. Yes. And as much as you might not want to think about it, I thought I'd just go through a few of these amendments to explain to Washington states and the rest of the states of the United States why it is they're going to end up paying a fuckload of money. Now, right to keep and bear arms, well-regulated mission, so on and so forth. The Second Amendment is my right to keep and bear arms, and when you issued a protection order where there was no notice or opportunity to be heard in 2011 and approximately 16 additional times, you violated my right to keep and bear arms. When the protected person didn't sign the surrender weapons form, violated my right to keep and bear arms. That right has been violated for over 6 years. The condition for corps of soldiers, there's quite possibly that the military thought, well, we'll just take command and we'll have my sons live with those that are active duty military personnel. That's why the military is going to get their nuts chewed off. Now, I just wanted to mention, okay, any employee of any state that allows for the quartering of soldiers when I, as a father, can support my sons, yes, and I have the constitutional right to the custody of my sons, yes, you're going to get a lawsuit bigger than you've ever seen before. Right to search and seizure regulated. You did not actually have any jurisdiction to search any of my bags or personal belongings for the last 10 years. There was never a warrant for my arrest, even though it was probable cause. I was not in that city and there was no jurisdiction. So when you seized my personal property and you searched my personal property, you violated Amendment number 3. Right to search and seizure. Fifth Amendment, trials, punishment, private property taken without public consideration. Yep. This is the one about not be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process, nor shall private property be taken public use without just compensation. I find out that I have a large amount of inheritances, possibly some water in Arizona or some trees in Washington State that you've been using for public use without compensating me for it. I'm going to sue every state and every individual that has any knowledge of that. Now, there's a good probability I'm missing some inheritances, and every state of the United States is going to pay. And they're going to pay big, okay? Right to a speedy trial. You know, I had emailed my public defender when I was arrested on January 4th about, would you explain to me what a speedy trial is? Because I wanted a speedy trial, and I wanted it to happen on the 4th of April. Pooch. But for some fucking reason, somebody said I didn't want a speedy trial, so I was deprived of my right to a speedy trial when I had told my public defender that I wanted a speedy trial. Now, right to a trial by jury in truth of common law, where the value of the contract exceeds $20, right to jury trial should be preserved, so on and so forth. I'm being obstructed from a large number of jury trials because $20 might not seem like a lot of money, but it's only a 3 packs of cigarettes. Today's cost of cigarettes, $7 a pack times 3 is 21. I'm being obstructed from filing lawsuits against every oath of office, every person in law enforcement, and every individual that's an oath battered attorney. Now, I want to make sure that you understand that my right to trial by jury means that I can sue for the civil tort liability of refusing to enforce the amendments of the United States Constitution, as well as you deprived me of my right to a jury trial when you said I was fucking crazy for wanting my civil rights. Now we got amendment number 8. Sets a bail, fines, cruel, punishment, prohibited, excessive bail, so on and so forth. You put me in jail for 27 days because you said a failure to appear where the state of Washington was named as a plaintiff when I had actually responded that I did not think I needed to go to court unless you gave me a court order from the court to have to appear in court. Now it seems excessive to me to put me in jail for 27 days when I had emailed law enforcement that I wanted the court order to have to go to court. Now you fucked me over there too. Oh, so I'm gonna have to sue you for violating amendment number 8. Amendment number 9. Oh, rule of construction and comfort of those, the inauguration of considering the right shall not be assumed to deny and disparage others retained by the people. Did you know I have a right as a respondent to the BAWA federal statutes, child abuse? I have the right to honest service. I have the right to not have any chicanery, any fraud, any forgeries, any bribery, any child abuse, or any and all other corruptions. Now you have denied me, you have deprived me, you have obstructed my right to the certain rights shall not be denied or disparaged others or rights. I have rights in every city and every county of the state. Now this is amendment number 10. Right of the states under the powers shall not delegate the United States shall not privilege the states shall reserve the states respected to the people. You know I have the right to victims' resources. I have the right to have all my legal expenses paid because I'm a pauper. I have the right to resources in every state of the United States because nobody enforced the fucking law. Now that's all 10 amendments, and I had made small videos about exactly what each one of those means, but for some reason I'm sitting here on the street because nobody will enforce the fucking Constitution. Now I want you to be absolutely sure that you understand that every state in the United States is liable for not enforcing the amendments of the Civil Rights. The Bill of Rights has to be enforced.